everyone, Annette here from Ask Me Decor. Welcome back, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I have been looking forward to today's video for a while. If you know me, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I usually announce a theme for Christmas. Today is the day we're going to announce our Christmas theme. This little pack of napkins was the whole inspiration. Look at how cute these little Santa faces are. It's a pack of napkins, and I got these at Hobby Lobby just a couple weeks ago. This was an inspiration for me. So I love to have a Christmas theme, and I thought about it long and hard this year. There were Christmas videos starting to show up on YouTube like at least a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And I started watching them, and I saw one person's video, and it kind of did the whole plaid, old world thing. And from that, my mind went immediately to Ralph Lauren. Her style and her theme was not Ralph Lauren, but my mind went right to it. I loved her style. I loved her idea of old world ornaments that looked like they came from someone's attic. It was so great. I thought I wanted the Ralph Lauren look. Well, little knowns to me, the entire world jumped on that bandwagon, and everybody started doing the Ralph Lauren, decorate like Ralph Lauren, decorate the Ralph Lauren look. And it was just crazy. And I thought, you know what? I pride myself on being unique. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I don't want my house to look cookie cutter. Like I went to Hobby Lobby, and so did 500 other people, bought all the same things, and our houses all look the same. That's not me. I want to be a little unique, and I wanted to put some thought into it. So I talked with one of the people that I value their opinion the most, and that was my sister. She loves the Ralph Lauren aesthetic, and we had a little discussion about it, and she suggested that I watch the Ralph Lauren documentary. It was the best advice she could have given me. I watched that documentary, and my advice to anyone out there who's thinking about the Ralph Lauren aesthetic, go watch that documentary. You're going to be way more inspired. You're going to have a way better idea of what the Ralph Lauren aesthetic means and how you should incorporate that into your holiday. So that's what I did. I watched that documentary. So the documentary talks about the aesthetic, the lifestyle, what it means to be in that mindset. It's not just a whole bunch of plaid ribbon and plaid throws and leather and horses. It's not just that. That's the farthest from what it actually is. It's a way of living. It's a way of looking at the beauty in things. It's a way of cherishing what you have, your life, your family. I got so much out of that documentary. I realized what I really want Christmas to be like this year. So that leads us to my Christmas theme, and that is cherished Christmas memories. The whole house is going to be decorated with that in mind. So in the years past, I held up a poster. We sat in my basement where I have all my storage bins, and I held up this poster. I took pictures of every one of the rooms I want to decorate. I showed you those rooms. I had them laid out on the poster, and I went room by room and told you what the highlights were going to be, where I was going to place wreaths, where the tree was going to be placed. It kind of mapped out the entire house for me. This year, we're gonna do it a little different. So instead of me taking you on a journey on a poster with all the different rooms, I'm gonna take you on a real journey. We're gonna go room by room, and I'm gonna point out the places where the big things end up and the theme for each room and how my theme, Cherished Christmas Memories, relates to every room. So that's why we're standing here by my front door, because this is the very beginning of this journey. When I was a very little girl, my mom, I don't know if someone sent us this card or if my mom bought it, but she had this big Santa card. It literally was about this big. And she would tape it to our front door. Our front door was painted white, just like this. And she would tape it. Now, it was a very nostalgic looking Santa, just like the Santa on these napkins. It had that same exact face. But it was the whole body of Santa. It was the whole body of Santa, and Santa had a list, and there were children's names on the list. Well, my mom whited out some of the names and wrote in our names. And it was the most beautiful card with this big long list, and every year she would tape it to our front door. That is such a cherished Christmas memory for me. So in the foyer here, we're going to have some Santa, and we're going to couple it with this beautiful plaid. And this is actually a pillow that I bought new. I bought it at a vintage market just this past week. But check out the snowflakes. Snowflakes are a cherished Christmas memory for me. I love snow. I loved playing in the snow as a child. There is going to be an entire situation right here. Right here. There's going to be a whole thing going on with snowflakes. Going along with that Santa theme, I found these little tiny cards. I think they're for like scrapbookers or, photo albums. There's a whole bunch of them in here. They're like a hardstock cardboard, and they're that same little Santa face. I am going to make some ornaments out of these, and they are going to adorn the table, the tree that goes in here. There will be a tree right in that corner, and of course, my Norman Rockwell Santa. My Christmas memory of that Santa is gonna be all throughout this space. In addition, because this is the dining room, I am gonna go with my Lenox china, which definitely cherished. Next is going to be sitting on top of that, my Lefton. This was my mother-in-law's, and I was gifted this. So next there'll be a Lefton plate on top like that. And then here was a little purchase from that vintage market I just talked about. And it's a beautiful plaid, and it matches that plaid pillow. And that is going to be on the top. And then there's going to maybe be a Santa face, something. So this whole table will have this look of Santa, maybe some Santa in the middle here, and these plates. Now let's make our way into my living room. I have been cleaning for 2 days, getting ready for all this decorating. But here in the living room, we are going to do another cherished Christmas memory. Starts with these little teddy bears. They're so cute. I have a ton of these. The next Christmas memory. So the first one was my childhood. This one has to do with my boys, my children. This is a cherished Christmas memory with them. I had these when they were little, and we used to decorate the whole Christmas tree with teddy bears, and they would help me hang these. And we probably have a good 20 or so of these bears. Some are different sizes. They're gonna be used on the Christmas tree again this year. I did buy this velvet ribbon. That is the perfect color for my house. I bought that on Amazon. And in addition to that ribbon, I got this plaid ribbon. Now, Ralph Lauren loves plaid. So do I. I have a lot of plaid. I've always used plaid. And this year, this plaid is making it to the living room. It's going to be in the Christmas tree, which is going to stand right here. Kind of where it always stands, because that's where I have room for it. And this ribbon is probably going to be on some swag. In the background, you can see my fireplace. There will be something extremely special on the fireplace. Let me show you that. This is a rocking horse that my dad and my husband made for my boys. It's so beautiful. I can remember my mom going to buy the yarn for his maid. So this is a cherished Christmas memory, and this just may make it onto the fireplace. I measured it. It will fit. I just don't know if it's gonna be too big, but we're gonna try it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Okay, now we're heading to the kitchen. This is the next huge decorated area for Christmas. What do I do with my kitchen? I am going to use another cherished Christmas memory, and this one has to do with my grandchild. We started out with my childhood and my Christmas memory. Then we went to my children and a Christmas memory of theirs. Now we're heading to my grandchild, and one of my favorite Christmas memories is building a gingerbread house with her. This was so much fun for both of us, and I asked her this year if she wants to build another one, and her response was, "Of course I do." So I can't wait to do this again this year with her. We did this last year. Now this is not the one we built. That one I did not save because it fell apart. But I have a bunch of these gingerbread houses. You've probably seen them before if you've watched any of my Christmas videos. But I'm following my Christmas memory of building a gingerbread house with my grandchild for my kitchen. There'll probably be some greenery around this light. There'll probably be two adorable little wreaths on those two cabinet doors above the microwave. Certainly there will be something very pretty on the island here and the table. In this corner, this is where I keep my butter churn. Right now it just has some fall flowers that I foraged from my flower beds, but eventually I think this is going to be another tree. A lot of years I do that. I put a tree in this corner and it will have a lot of ornaments on it that look like this. I actually got two new ones. I have a bunch of gingerbread ornaments, but these two are new. I got these at that vintage market. A reindeer and a snowman. I actually got two of each, so they're definitely gonna make their way onto this tree. This past summer, I got rid of some of my Christmas trees that I had. I was at the point of having to like re-glue branches to them, put them back together just so I could decorate them. So I got rid of those. Now I just have a short one for here. I might get a taller one, but I really don't want to buy a lot more. I bought some ribbon, I bought these. I'm kind of done with the purchases. I want to use what I have. Right. And the final area, you've probably seen me do this the past few years. My mother collected Impossible Dreams Santa Clauses. She had so many of them. I was fortunate enough to end up with about 18 of them. They're little Santas. They have clay faces and bodies, and then they have paper mache outfits, and they're all doing something different. They were hard to decorate with. I don't have a lot of areas for multiple collections, so I decided to pick one Santa every year and make that the theme for the powder room laundry room. So again, it's another cherished Christmas memory. This goes back to a memory of mine, even as an adult. I would help my mom put these out every year. And so I love the fact that I have them now and that I can do this with them. 3 years ago, it was the peppermint candy cane Santa. 2 years ago, it was mailman Santa, and I made this whole area look like the North Pole post office, and I had mail from children all over the world. It was so cute. Last year we did popcorn Santa. So this popcorn Santa has this string of popcorn in his hands, and I made that into a movie theme. So we had movie jackets from all the Christmas movies, we had popcorn hanging everywhere, we had Admit One movie tickets laced into the garland. That was adorable. This year is gonna deliver as good as all of those did. Let me introduce you to this year's winner Santa for the powder room laundry room. He is Fixing Toys Santa. Fixing Toy Santa is sewing. He's sewing. You can see he has a little needle there, and he is repairing this little teddy bear. We have the teddy bears on the Christmas tree. So he's fixing the teddy bear, and then look at his feet. He has all these toys at his feet that he is going to be fixing up and getting ready for Christmas. And front and center is this adorable little train. It's gonna be trains. It's gonna have a whole train theme. This was a train that we put on our tree, under our tree when our kids were little. There'll be some of this incorporated into the garland and the design. And I have a few others. Let me show you though. And in this container is another great little memory. My dad bought all of these little trains. He never did anything with them. He bought them off of some guy that obviously was a collector. There are so many little trains in here and tracks. And let me just show you, some of them are so adorable. Look at that little train. I'm going to take some of these little pieces of track and I'm gonna thread them through my garland and possibly get some type of ribbon that has stripes in it to go with the whole like engineer striped outfit look. Another cherished memory. So there you have it. I hope you're as excited about this theme as I am. Cherished Christmas memories. We're gonna start with my Christmas childhood memory of that beautiful flocked Santa card that my mom would put on our front door. That is also going to carry into Santa in this dining room. Then we're going to head into the living room and do one of my children's cherished Christmas memories, which was putting teddy bears on our Christmas tree. Then the kitchen will entail a cherished memory with my granddaughter of making gingerbread houses. And last but not least, the powder room, laundry room area is going to be Santa repairing an old Christmas train, and we are going to do a whole train theme in there. So this is how I intend to interpret the Ralph Lauren aesthetic. Cherishing what I have, seeing the beauty in the past memories, using those to create a beautiful Christmas. Of course there'll be a little plaid. I love plaid. Of course there'll be some items that are flocked and look velvety and a little leather. I have leather chairs. All of that will be here. But the main point, the main takeaway from the Ralph Lauren aesthetic is cherishing the beauty in things you have, your family, and all of what Christmas means to all of us. I hope you join me. I cannot wait to get started. Until then, if you have any questions, just ask me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.